It was a tough shoot. These are always amazing experiences we get to go on. They're always in an amazing part of the world. You're always working with an amazing creature, but you have got a job to do. So the pressure is always there at the back of your mind. And as you go further through the shoot, the tension mounts and mounts, the pressure mounts. But we always work with quite carefully selected teams, and you have a team of people that are very resilient, that have done a lot of this before. So we're all kind of, you all band together, and you're all experiencing the same thing together. And when those moments come, when the animals perform and the conditions are good and the water's clear and the light is beautiful, everyone just kind of locks into a team. The wheels start turning and everyone becomes very professional. All of the sort of mucking around stops, and we go into work mode, and you get the job done. And then hopefully we get everything done properly. So yeah, it's always a great experience, but there was a lot of pressure on this one. Yeah, well, it was a big surprise for us, the animals just not being there. I'd worked in this location before. So I was expecting it to be hard, but the thing I was expecting to be hard was the weather, and just getting the conditions. South Africa is, the diving can be amazing, but it's a very fickle place. You only get those small moments of opportunity where the weather is good enough, the water is clear enough. Then you have to hope the animals are there at the same time. So this coastline is undergoing a lot of changes. And depending who you talk to, people have got different reasons for that. Fishing, climate change, different distribution of animals. So it was a challenge I didn't expect, the animals not being there. I thought the animals would be there, and I was expecting to be holding Bertie back because he would be so keen to get in the water. I was expecting to be every day saying, no, wait. But unfortunately, the animals were very, very hard. So then the challenge becomes delivering a film still anyway. You have to deliver a film. It's not the film we expected, or maybe the one we hoped to deliver, but it's a good film nonetheless. We still came away with something, and it's a really entertaining hour of TV, and we had some great experiences along the way. Well, certainly the whales and the calves was a huge surprise. You do often get those whales there, but you don't often get those whales that are so friendly and in such good visibility. I'd never dived with those whales before. I've dived with many of the whales in the past. But I think, as Bertie says in the film, it felt like nature kind of rewarding us and thanking us for having such patience. She didn't deliver what we hoped she would deliver, but she delivered something just as amazing. And if you'd said to me on day one, in a month's time, towards the end of the shoot, you'll be rolling around in the water with 4 giant whales and a pod of dolphins and amazing visibility, I wouldn't have believed you, because it just felt like that so many times the odds just weren't in our favor. So that was a real gift. So drones certainly have changed things completely. They just give a completely different perspective, both from actually filming point of view, but also just from using it as a tool for us for looking around, seeing what's going on before we enter the water. A great tool for safety, because James was able to be watching around for sharks in case any sharks approach, because it's the shark you don't expect is the one that's going to be the problem. So one could come up behind us. So the drones are a great tool for many reasons. As you also saw in the film, we were using remote cameras to try and monitor areas of the peninsula where we might be missing something, because we can't be everywhere at once. And especially with the visibility being bad, those were an extra tool for us. So certainly the more you arm yourselves with these tools, the greater advantage you have. And sometimes it's the tool you don't expect to be useful is the one that saves the day. So often we take lots of things that we don't use, but every now and again you're like, wow, I'm really glad we bought this because this saved the day. Yeah, it improves all the time. I think that the expectations from the viewer are constantly getting higher and higher as well. The production value. We're experienced to great looking images all the time on social media and on the news and everywhere. So we have to be constantly delivering the same standard, if not better. So we're always trying to use the latest equipment, the latest cameras. We use the same cameras that are used in Hollywood feature films, but we use them in small camera packages. And yeah, we're just always going for the highest quality images for these productions, because that's what Bertie's shows are all about. They're all about filming animals, the challenges of filming animals and filming them in the best way possible. That's what we all want to do. We always want to get the best pictures we can. Yeah, I think I feel like me and Bertie have got unfinished business.
Yeah, that's right.
There's a shot out there waiting to be done of Bertie and a white shark. So yeah, if Nat Geo want to give us the opportunity, I'll be the first to jump on that. Thank you. Yeah.